Consistency is more important than perfection because that's what's going to lead us towards perfection. Hi, I'm your coach Swetha, aka Shweta Devraj. I am super excited for another workout, and this is going to be kick-ass because it's going to be intense, fast, and very powerful. So let's get started with warm-up, starting with world's greatest stretch. So we're going to get down on the mat with one knee down and behind us, and the opposite palm or the base palm is going to be straight while you take the same side elbow towards the floor. Try to reach down without lifting your heel up. So I'm going to reach towards the floor and try to get my elbow to touch the mat and then rotate all the way up, extend my arm and look all the way up while I keep the base arm straight. So rotate all the way up and then again back all the way, trying to touch the mat with your elbow. So let's get the smart switch started and start our timer. Here we go. Elbow down, rotate, look all the way up, nice and slow. As you lean forward and go down, make sure you're not lifting the heel up. And as you go down, you can bend your base elbow as well. Nice and easy. Remember, this is warm up. So we want to take our time and not rush. Every step and every rep counts, whether it's your warm-up routine or the main sets. All right, let's switch sides. Get the other leg all the way up. Foot right in line with the base palm. So let's press the switch again to start the timer. Same side, elbow goes all the way down. Rotate, look up, extend your palms over your head. Try to breathe. Remember to bend the base elbow as you try to reach down with the same side elbow. Rotate and look up. Lean forward. Feel your hips opening up. Feel your glutes. Feel your hip flexors being stretched. The entire body is being worked, which is why this is called a world's greatest stretch. All right. Next, quadruped kickbacks. We're going to get down on the mat. In quadruped position, where your palms are directly under the shoulders, knees are directly under the hips, toes tucked under. Next thing I'm going to do is get my left knee off the floor, taking the left foot up towards the ceiling, squeezing my glutes but not opening up my hips. So make sure your hip is in neutral position. So if you find yourself opening up your hips, then make sure you bring the same side hip down. Make sure it's parallel to the floor. Elbows are going to be locked and push your foot all the way up towards the ceiling and then bring it back down. All right, let's press the switch to start our timer. Here we go. Starting with right leg. Foot goes all the way up towards the ceiling without bending the elbows or the base arms. Nice and slow. Feel your glutes. Push it all the way up. Bring your knee all the way in. All right, it's time to switch sides. So let's press the switch again for the timer. The other side, leg all the way up. Make sure your hip is neutral. Pay attention towards your elbows not being bent, because that's what gives you stability in the upper body. The minute you bend your elbows, you're going to start feeling really weak in the upper body and you probably won't be able to do this exercise properly. So lift your foot all the way up towards the ceiling, keeping your hip neutral. Keep breathing. and do it in a slow pace. All right, fantastic job. Next exercise is plank jacks. So we're going to get into elbow plank. From here, all I'm going to do is get my legs or my foot to come closer and jump all the way out. If you're doing this on the mat, the cue or the reference point is your mat. You can jump out of the mat all the way into the mat without lifting your hips up too much, nor dropping your hips down. So make sure your core is braced and jump all the way out and in on the mat or outside the mat. Let's press the switch for our timer. Here we go. Nice and slow. Try not to rush through this movement. Since this is your first round, you want to pace it. Keep your hips low. In and out of the mat. This is really good to get your heart rate up. All right. I think that was an amazing warm-up routine for round 1. We're going to repeat this all over again, starting with world's greatest stretch. So, again, get down on the mat. Get one foot all the way up at the same level as your palm. Press the switch to start your timer. Same side elbow, down towards the floor. Rotate all the way up. Let's do it a little faster this time so that we can get some extra reps. All the way down. Rotate, look all the way up. Your goal is to actually get your elbow to touch the floor. All right, let's switch sides. Get your other foot up in line with the base palm. Press the switch to start the timer. Here we go. Elbow down, lean forward. The front foot heel should be on the floor the entire time. If you notice your heel is coming up, that means you're probably not leaning forward nor bending the base elbow. Bending the base elbow to get the other side elbow down is going to help you to reach or to achieve that range of motion. All right, let's get into quadruped kickbacks. Press the switch to start your timer. Let's start with the right leg. Here we go. Nice and slow. Since you already did round 1, you know how effective it is on the glutes. If you haven't felt your glutes, you're probably not squeezing your glutes while you do this particular exercise. Make sure you're keeping your hip neutral. If your working leg is the right, then your right hip should be parallel to the floor. So just quickly take a look at how your hips are. And if you're opening up, then make sure you bring the right hip down. All right, now let's switch sides. Press the switch for the timer. Here we go. Same thing applies to this side as well. Every rep is a chance for us to correct our form. So the best way to correct ourselves is be our own coaches. So you know what the right form is because I'm constantly cueing you. All you can do is just take a look at how your body is behaving. If your elbows are bent, lock them. If your hip is opening up, take a look and see if you can bring the hip down. All right, next up, heart burner. That's what I call it, plank jacks. So let's get into elbow plank. Remember to jump in and out of the mat if you are doing this on the mat. Feet come in together and go all the way out. Let's press the switch for the timer. Here we go. Keep your hips low. Go at a steady pace. Keep breathing. Nice and steady. In and out of the mat. This is not easy, but stay with me. We're almost done. All right. Fantastic job. That is halfway done. We have the main workout coming up. It's an exciting one for sure. The first exercise for the main workout today is going to be lunge position, shoulder press. So we're going to hold in that lunge position and we're going to do one side shoulder press. I'm also going to talk about a regression here, which you can probably use. So a quick demo on this one. We're going to use the D handle and arm position is going to be at 1. Rack the D handle right on top of your shoulders. Get into a lunge position. Keep your back straight. Notice how my back knee is down closer to the floor. From here, all I'm going to do is pull my shoulders back and press one side over my head, closing the gap in between my biceps and my ear. Bring it all the way back. Inhale and press all the way up. The entire time you're going to stay in that lunge position on one side. So this is going to be quite challenging to hold that position without lifting your legs up too high or without giving away your form. All right, let's get this one started. Remember, rack the D handle right on top of your shoulder. Get into lunge position. Press the switch to engage resistance. Here we go. Nice and slow. Stay low. Stay in that position. Press all the way up to close the gap in between your biceps and your ear. Arm fully extends over your head. All right, stay with the D handle. Just switch from one side to the other. Let's go to the other side. Keep the D handle right on top of your shoulder. Switch sides, get into lunge position. Back knee low. Press the switch to engage. Here we go. Remember to inhale before you press up. Arms go over your head. Full extension. Feel your shoulders. But stay low the entire time. Your quads are probably burning, but we're going to stay with it. All right, press the switch to disengage the resistance. Fantastic job here. This is again not an easy exercise. Now the next exercise is going to be jumping lunges right after that lunge position hold. So lunging again with adding a little bit of plyometrics here. So all I'm going to do is switch from one side to the other as I jump. I'm going to switch in the air. So here's a quick demo on this one. Notice how I'm using my arms to go back and forth. And as I jump, I'm going to switch the legs in the air. And I'm going to focus on going down with my knees barely touching the floor as well. All right, let's press the switch for the timer. Here we go. At your own pace. Go low. Nice and slow. Jump as high as you can. And switch the legs in the air. Keep your back upright. My main goal here is to switch the legs in the air, jump as high as I can, and go low. All right. So the next exercise is lunge position single arm row. We have a lot of these lunges today, holding and working in lunge position and immediately moving on to plyometric aspect of it. So all we have to do is face the machine, get into a lunge position, extend your arm holding the D handle. From here, all I'm going to do is just row on one side, pause for a second, and then just let go of it. The main part here is to retract your shoulders and pinch your shoulder blades together, engaging your lats as you bring the D handle closer to your chest, keeping your elbow tucked. So let's get this one started. Remember, try not to stick your elbows out. Elbows always stay close to the body and the D handle comes right in between your chest and your tummy. All right, here we go. Get into position. Extend your arm, get your knee low, press the switch to engage resistance. Here we go. Pause for a second. Squeeze those shoulder blades, engage your lats. Let go. Stay low. All right, let's switch sides without letting go or turning off the resistance. Get into the lunge position. Knee goes low. Press the switch to engage. If you have disengaged, here we go. Try to keep your knee low. You're going to find yourself wanting to go up, but push yourself now and stay low as you row. Pause for a second. All right, press the switch to disengage. Let go of the D handle. We have another plyometric exercise which is called the skater hops. This is a small little variation to a jumping lunge. So we're going to go from one side to the other on the mat or off the mat if you want to, but we're going to jump side to side. So I'm going to jump to the side and get my back leg behind me slightly. And I'm going to tap the floor and then jump to the other side, tap, jump, and tap. Every time I jump from one side to the other, I'm going to want to get lower to the floor. All right, so let's get this one started. Make sure you use your arms. Make sure you keep your upper body upright and not lean forward too much. Let's press the switch to start the timer. Here we go, from one end of the mat to the other. Small hop to the side. Get the back leg behind. Tap the floor and go low. Notice how I'm using my arms to jump and get low from side to side. Fantastic job. This routine is not easy. Grab a sip of water. If you're out of breath, just walk around slightly. Try not to take too much break in between because we have only 2 rounds. But we're doing side to side and it's taking a lot out of you. So that is why the number of sets are reduced, so you can give your best in each set and each rep. Again, we're going to go back to the shoulder press in lunge position. So that's a one side D handle on top of your shoulder while you stay in that lunge position. And then we're going to switch to jumping lunges where we are switching the legs in the air, making sure we're going to go all the way down. And then we come back and hold that lunge position all over again while we row with a pause. The last exercise again is going to be skater hops going from one side to the other. So all these 4 exercises without any break. Stay with me on this. So let me help you with this. All right, here we go. Let's get the D handle right on top of the shoulder. Get into lunge position. Press the switch to engage resistance. Here we go. Arm goes all the way over your head. Full extension while you stay as low as you can to the floor. Nice and slow on the way down. without changing or switching off the resistance. Let's switch sides, get into the lunge position, knee goes back and down. Here we go. Nice and slow on the way down. Press it all the way over your head, extending your arm. Stay low with the knee closer to the floor. All right, now you can press the switch to disengage. Right after this, we have jumping lunges. Remember to jump and switch the legs in the air, but take your time to go down. Press the switch to engage or start your time. Here we go. Jump as high as you can. Use your arms. And make sure you're going low. Back upright. And keep jumping. All right, fantastic job. We're gonna have to get back in that lunge position while we row. Again, take a quick walk just to get a breather because this routine is very exhausting. And whenever you're ready, grab that D handle, get into lunge position, and let's start rowing with a pause. Press the switch, engage resistance. Here we go. Pause. Squeeze your shoulder blades and your lats. All right, without pressing the switch to disengage, let's switch sides, get into a lunge position, extending your arm, row with a pause. Stay low. Push your boundaries. This is the time to challenge yourself. When your body is giving up, you stay with it because you have a stronger mind. All right, now you can press the switch to disengage. I understand your quads are burning. We have one last exercise, which is the skater hops, jumping from one side of the mat to the other. All right, let's tap the switch to start the timer, and here we go. Side to side, small hop to the side, leg goes behind you across the body. You go as low as you can again before you take off for another jump. Small hop, lean forward slightly, but make sure you go low. All right, fantastic job. That workout routine definitely left me wanting for more air, but the feeling that I have right now is amazing because I know I got through this intense, amazing workout, and I know you're feeling the same, and I hope you enjoyed the workout yet again as much as I did. Now, don't forget to cool down and go through your stretching session because especially after a workout like this, your body is going to want some slow down time. So I hope you get to that. This is your coach, Coach Swetha, signing off.